If you're not an alien that's supposed to be involved in the UFO war today, please scroll. Good, it's just us. Where the fuck y'all at? I called into work, the kids are here. I did a stop payment on all my checks and online payments. Y'all have let us down so many times, you know better than the U.S. government. I built a soundproof box to put the kids in so you wouldn't hear them. I'm out of beef jerky. I didn't want to get my Walmart order today, so I gotta wait till tomorrow. Told my wife I don't love her anymore. She's in the other soundproof box crying. we wanted this so bad. Where you at?
So much for yesterday's December 3rd prediction of humans versus extraterrestrials battle in the sky. But just because it didn't happen doesn't mean that there isn't something strange going on. Because if you have been paying attention, there has been a very big uptick in UAP sightings in this last couple of days. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I have all of the footage. It's a lot to cover and we're about to watch it all right here. Starting with 2 alleged UAP landings. Yeah, you don't believe me? Let's watch.
Breaking news. A pilot at Manchester Airport has captured what many are calling the clearest photos of a UAP ever seen. The pilot noticed a spherical object during heavy rain and began taking photos. The object, about the size of a small car, appeared to swirl with blue and white colors. Some say you can even see a face in one of the close-up shots. The UAP was spotted hovering 500 to 1,000 feet in the air, completely stationary. Airport security sent a car to investigate on the ground while the pilot captured the moment on camera. The photos were posted on Twitter and quickly went viral on Reddit, with users stunned by the detail. Soon after, the Twitter account that originally posted the images was deleted, and the photos were removed. But it's too late. The photos, a GIF, and even a video of the object have been saved and are spreading everywhere. What do you think? Is this the clearest evidence that aliens are real and they are here?
Now, this clip in particular has been circulating across the internet for the last few days, with people speculating that this is definitive evidence of extraterrestrial life. This right here isn't the proof that we all want and need in the existence of alien life form. Even those of us who are believers still need more evidence. Something that doesn't have the potential of being written off as CGI. As good as this clip looks, and as much as we would love to believe that this is some proof, unfortunately, there's no way of actually knowing.
Everything shut down. I just restarted my phone. I'm publishing this now. It's laying.
About it's not a helicopter, sir. I think that might have been a helicopter. Man, look, who sent me this?
Why is it 2 different colors?
Bro, I am. Oh my God.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh my God, dude.
There's a plane coming underneath it, so it can't be.
No, that ain't no plane, yo. You can see a plane. We just got a plane. It's flashing. Oh, we got a plane. That ain't no plane. Bro.
Take still shots too, Kenny.
That, dude.
Why the fuck did they just?
It just made a perfect triangle. It made a triangle.
Bro.
Whoa, bro. Oh my God. We actually caught a UFO.
Yo, what the fuck is this?
Oh my God.
That's a real shit.
Oh my God.
We almost left too fucking early too.
I told you.
What the is in it?
Oh, they're swirling it around.
Are they gonna lie back?
Oh my God.
What is going on right now, bro?
Oh my
I'm
God.
fucking tripping.
Jay,
Oh.
what are we seeing?
I don't know.
Dude.
Now that was.
And now the top light is brighter. That just
Oh, yeah.
and see how it's positioned perfectly at the.
That one at the bottom came up.
But here's the thing: these are not flashing lights. Like there are no runway lights. These are. Oh my god.
The plane, is that a plane with a red light going to the left?
No. That's
one-
one of the
There's a plane-
dots.
There's a plane up to the left in front of
Yeah,
that.
the ones to the left there are. Yeah, I didn't see that one. The bottom one there is just sitting there now.
Bro, how did those two lights come together like that?
Oh yeah, the other light's not. It came as one.
Yeah, they lined up like this in a pyramid. Then one took off, and then that one's
And
directly
you got that
underneath
one
it.
at the bottom there, the red one.
But doesn't it seem like
What the?
no in the top? Like,
Oh, it's
doesn't
yeah.
it seem like the one's
It's
getting
moving.
higher?
It's moving.
It is getting higher. It is getting higher. I
Oh
finally
my God,
see
it's
it.
moving. Yeah, I
That
see
shit
it.
is getting higher.
What the fuck is going on,
'Cause
dude?
look how close
It's
it
getting way higher, bro.
What the? Like they separated, like they came together and separated.
Yeah, they are together.
And that top light is getting higher because now the one is
Oh, it's coming towards us. That's coming towards us.
now the top is coming towards us.
Oh, it's way higher too. Remember how close it was to the tree line?
Yo,
Bro.
that shit is coming towards us now.
You should see it
it's
zoomed in. The
coming-
light
It's
is
coming
beautiful.
towards us.
Dude.
What the?
Nervous.
Because it might have a UFO coming towards us.
Yo, we have to sit here until it comes.
Alright.
We got like 10 minutes.
Hey,
Did this man say we gotta sit here until it
Wow.
comes?
it's coming towards. Dude, that motherfucker is flying towards us.
Yo, that shit is going fast.
What is going on?
Why?
Dude?
It's gonna be above us.
UFO don't have a fucking phone. Look at what kind of shit this is.
Dude, that thing is way above us.
Man, I wish I could call everybody and tell them, come on. How was that a plane?
What? It's like a little disc, dude.
Oh, it's coming. Look, it's coming. Like that motherfucker was way over there. It was sitting there for how long?
Wait, listen.
Darn it, what happened to these guys? Why the heck did they stop recording? Did the aliens get them? Now that's some footage that I like to see. You got 3 eyewitnesses talking as they're there witnessing what it is that they're seeing in the sky, and they're not sure. They can see these things better than we can, even though they're using an HD camera. In the low light, we know that these things don't perform very well. One thing that I know about planes is typically they're not supposed to be occupying the same airspace as another aircraft within that proximity, unless it's like a choreography of fighter jets in the sky. But this clearly isn't that. So what were those lights in the sky? Y'all believe that they were drones, or could they have indeed been UAPs?
Phoenix Lights Part 2 from Chandler, Arizona. With another one right here. But look, right there. And then another one right there.
Now, this is supposed to be a UFO rapidly accelerating away from an F-15 fighter jet. Look at that. It just went from not moving to just taking off. That's crazy. And that thing is moving. Unless we have some new aircraft, and when I say we, I mean mankind, has some sort of new technology that can just sit in one place and at the same time accelerate as fast as a jet, then maybe that's extraterrestrial. Because what planes do you know could just sit in the sky in one place without falling down to the ground?
OVNI en Metepec, Estado de México.
That's 100% a UAP. Unidentified aerial phenomena, because I can't tell you what the heck that is. Can you?
Alright, I'm really lit. I'm gonna ramble to you guys. You gotta be careful with this UFO stuff in the news. I already did a part 1, here's a part 2. Now, the part 1 was simple. Here's a 10-second recap. Don't trust what you're seeing blindly. Here's a government document from 14 years ago saying we have technology to make an apple look like a banana or vice versa. Whatever you want it to look like, it can be achieved. Now, I'm no scientist, but they put Harry Potter in the middle of a government document, so it must be true, right? Now, part 2 is the flip side of it. Instead of it being an illusion, what if there's people in these? What if they're man-made? Where did we get that technology from? Now, these things have been seen for a long time. They've stirred up a lot of controversy. You've heard people mention the Phoenix Lights. If you don't know what it was a ton of those flying around, making absolutely no noise. Now, to understand this better, you got to understand Bob Lazar. This dude claimed he worked at Area 51. Everyone called him a grifter. He made a ton of UFO predictions, said this is how they work, this is what they look like, and he's been right. I don't care if you think he's a scammer. This scammer was extremely accurate with his information. Here's a drawing he released to the news like 50-something years ago. He drew what they look like perfectly. Don't believe me? Here's a government video. Now, if you want to see the video yourself, just type in UFO video from the Navy. It's like the first thing that will pop up, and it's all major news sources talking about it. But you can look at it right there, and that's exactly how he drew it. But more importantly, he said they don't fly flat like a plane flies. They fly it tilted on their axis. Belly first, moving forward. Watch the videos. That's exactly what they do. He said that like 40-something years ago on a radio show. That's crazy. Now, if Bob Lazar really was right, that means we recovered all of these from Roswell, New Mexico, another claim he made back in the day. Now, you want to read this yourself, just type in Guy Hoddle Memo, FBI.gov, and click the link that says FBI.gov. That's all you got to do, and it'll be there. But this document claims we recovered multiple UFOs and their pilots way back in the day, and we don't know what happened to them. Now, to paraphrase this document, it's only one page. An investigator from the Air Force stated that they found 3 so-called saucers, 50 feet in diameter with raised centers, exactly how Lazar described it. And as well as that, this document alleges that they had pilots in it, each about 3 feet tall at the maximum and wearing cloth of a texture that we don't know what it is. Similar to a blackout pilot suit, so a G-suit like in an airplane. Now, if that's true, that's crazy. What's even crazier is they just declassified this on their website like 10 or 15 years ago. I found this when I was 12 years old, and it started a whole love of reading government documents to see what they say, because they're crazy, and they just put this stuff on their website. This is on FBI.gov. All of my videos, the documents come from a .gov website only. I will not use anywhere else but a .gov. So, we know that we've recovered saucers. We know that people are seeing flying triangles everywhere, and there are living patents for anti-gravity reactor flying triangles. Let's explore that more. Now, a really popular figurehead of these black triangle UFOs, a guy that headed up the investigation, is Robert Bigelow. He used to own Skinwalker Ranch and has ties to the government. He's also a billionaire. So if anyone's going to know this stuff, probably the guy that is friends with people in the government and has $1 billion. Now, another thing, you can just look this up on Wikipedia. He urged a senator to start the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or the AATIP, which spent like $22 million over 5 years studying the crap out of UFOs, what they are, mostly the black triangle UFOs I just showed you. I have a video of one I'll show you in a second. And this is the same AATIP that has whistleblowers coming out that started this whole snowball of us finding out info on UFOs. These guys leaked all of this to Congress themselves because they realized it was being kept secret. $22 million over 5 years. You can't tell me they don't take this stuff seriously if they're spending that kind of money on this. And this is a more public thing. I mean, this wasn't even technically classified, which is crazy, and anything that was crazy enough that they found got classified and taken to another project right away. You can see callbacks to that in all kinds of government documents. These guys found it, we classified it, and are now researching it ourselves. We're heading it up. Now, quick thing to note, if there are humans flying those around, that means there are other UFOs too, because we got that technology from somewhere, and I don't think we figured that out in the 1940s. We barely had jets. Now, another popular claim Lazar made was that these flying saucers have no control surfaces whatsoever. They don't know how they control them. Here's my theory. Now, I'm going to explain the answer, and then I'm going to explain why I think that's the answer. Otherwise, I think I will lose you guys to a short attention span. Now, in Project Kona Blue, they have a consciousness center, and this is studying the interactions of consciousness and technology. Another side note is they're trying to figure out a way to counter remote viewing, which is interesting. But that main thing is important, the relationship between technology and your consciousness. I think you already know what I'm about to say. You fly them with your mind. It's as cut and dry as that. You're flying it with your mind. That nothing else makes sense. If there's no control surfaces and the government is going crazy on fringe sciences like psychic people, which honestly, I don't know what I believe in, but I'm pretty sure that's real at this point. They're flying it with their mind. It's got to be that cut and dry. And the first study of this consciousness stuff was the gateway process, where they were going really hard trying to figure this out. They were sending people into out-of-body experiences through sounds that manipulate your brainwaves, and they were all coming back talking to beings and turning into hippies. But tell me, back in the day, why would they spend all this money on it? Yeah, maybe you can use it for spying. Maybe you can use it to fly a damn spaceship that we just found that crashed into some dude's farm. I don't know. That makes way more sense. They found this shit on accident. They were trying to figure out how to fly the damn UFOs. Now, another thing we know is these things absolutely break physics. In the videos the government has released, they are beating the brakes off of our fighter jets, not literally, but in comparison of speed, agility, turning. These things turn at speeds that would turn us into jello. Just by being inside of it, we would get liquefied. It would be bad. Now, you can't tell me that someone is in there flying it and moving a stick around and the pedals and pressing all the buttons. No, they've got to be thinking. That's the only way that's fast enough to keep up with the movement of these craft. Now, a quick illustration. Most of our fighter jets are really fast. I love fighter jets. These things can go the speed of sound at cruising altitude and just kind of chill there. The fastest one we've made can go Mach 3. That's 3 times the speed of sound. That's incredible. So picture this, you have an aircraft that goes Mach 3, nothing is faster than that until these saucers show up and just absolutely gap us in the straightaways. That's like racing a Honda Accord against a Hellcat. They're making our fighter jets look like 80s Honda Civics. That's a problem. Now, first thing to note, we don't even have materials that can withstand that we know of. Those speeds that we think these things are going would disintegrate anything that we found on Earth just due to the friction in the atmosphere. Same reason rocket shuttles get red hot and meteorites burn up in the atmosphere. Same idea, but these things seem to be immune to it. Now, let alone that, they're going so fast, they're making our fighter jets look like Honda Accords. These things are turning at those speeds too. Now, what you got to know is if you're turning really fast in an airplane, even really fast cars, the gravity will compress down onto your body. It will make you smaller. It will push all of the blood out of your brain and into your legs. That's why people pass out in jets when they're turning too fast. The pilot is always fighting passing out when they're in these high-intensity turning fights. So what do the pilots do? They wear special suits that compresses their body and keeps blood up in their head, as well as other exercises. You've probably seen videos of people in fighter jets and their faces just go and look really weird. That's because everything's pushing down on them, 3, 4, maybe 9 times the weight of gravity. That's really heavy. Imagine 63 pounds of pressure pushing blood out of your head. That's what these guys are dealing with. But now these things right here, these saucers, they're doing like 50 times that. That would literally turn us into jello. That would turn our insides into mush. We would get flattened like a piece of paper. And they're turning like that. They're flying. They're having fun, It's crazy sporadic movements. It's not smooth. They're going do, 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 do. It's nuts. There's no way a human's in that. But just because there's not a human in that saucer does not mean there's not a human in this triangle, which has been observed doing similar things, but much slower. I'll show you a video right now. But anyways, I love you guys and thank you for tuning in.
He started this off by saying that this could be some potential new technology that we possess and that there could be humans inside of these aircrafts. But then he went on to say that it seems as though these things are being operated using some sort of mind control or telepathy or something like that. But if that's the case, then I don't think that we are advanced enough to be able to create some aircrafts that we can control with our minds. And then on top of that, like the G-forces that he spoke of, we would not be able to survive the turns and the quick movements that we have seen from these aircrafts, these UAPs, unless they were capable of capturing zero gravity inside of these aircrafts so that it wouldn't affect our bodies. There's just far too many unknown elements for us to assume that these things are indeed from this planet. Triangle UAP / drones are flooding Morris County, New Jersey skies. FBI has been sent to investigate. This is just yesterday, December the 3rd.
This is a video of the Morris County drones with characteristic triangle lights on the back or underneath.
Hey, Ernie and Candace, the FAA has placed a temporary restriction on drone flights over Picatinny Arsenal and over Trump National Golf Course in Bedminster. When these drones were first spotted 2 weeks ago, the Morris County Prosecutor's Office said that they posed no known threat to public safety. But people want to know, what the heck are they and what are they doing? It's normal to see red and green lights in December, unless they're coming from mysterious drones in the night sky.
It's kind of unsettling. They're not up for 15 minutes, they're up for hours. Some are very big, probably
size of a car.
Mike Walsh says he's seen hundreds of them over the past 2 weeks from his Randolph backyard and has the video to prove it.
They kind of go slow, they come towards you, then they'll change direction a little. They're all going different ways.
The drones have been spotted all over Morris County. Morristown police sent an alert to residents Sunday saying they are aware of drone activity and that if a drone crashes or lands, do not approach or handle it. The FBI's Newark field office would only say it is working with other law enforcement agencies to figure out what's going on, but at the moment doesn't have enough information to share.
A lot of people want to know what's going on. I think more people are coming around to that, oh, this is going on and maybe it's not good.
Nancy Reed didn't want to show her face on camera, but says she's seen the drones every night since November 18th.
I can see them right out my bedroom window. I can watch them. Last night was about 5:30, so it was earlier. But it's normally anywhere between like 7:30 and 10:30, they're out here. Never during the day. Nobody ever sees them during the day.
One thing she hasn't seen is the normal air traffic she's used to, and she doesn't understand why.
We're in the fly pattern going to like Morristown Airport and Newark, and we used to see a lot of planes coming back and forth. You don't see them anymore.
The only thing I can think it could possibly be, see how the lights, well, that's weird.
Look, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Unless there's a dome of light over the city, and when the plane passes over it or something, but if I were to go that way, then this way, then that way.
It's back.
Yeah, I know, it's the bottom, see?
At the bottom, huh?
There it goes.
What the fuck? I'm getting this straight on camera right now. It's showing up before I could see it.
Are you sure the airport's not that way?
There's not airport that way. The airport's the opposite way. It's behind us.
That's weird, because the airport, you can see them taking off every few
Look,
minutes.
it's disappeared.
A couple of seconds.
And it's gone. Weird. Something's popping up on my camera, but I'm not able to see it. It's being weird.
What is this dancing?
It's there again. Look.
Yeah. I'm also seeing this dancing light, but I don't know what to make of it.
What the fuck? Now it's moving kind of sideways. And then disappeared.
Disappeared.
And there's no clouds.
None at all. That's scary.
And usually you see lights from a plane and they blink, These are blinking. There it is again.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Getting high while staring at the sky. Ain't no telling what it is that they were seeing, but one thing that I have noticed people have been putting a lot of emphasis on in regards to there being potential drones is the fact that these things are flying in the sky a lot longer than we know for the battery of a drone to last. Usually batteries of drones last no more than about 15 to 20, 30 minutes on max usage. But these things, they're staying up in the sky for hours. What could they be?
I want you to think about this. Something with the capabilities of traveling light years, not showing a heat signature, and the energy capabilities of that would put the Pentagon out of business. We wouldn't be fighting these worthless wars overseas over oil, and American boys and girls wouldn't be dying. It would put the war pigs out of business, and they'd have to go somewhere else, and I'm all for that. I'm all for that. I think what's going to happen now, the floodgates, other people are going to say, I've got some information. I'd like to come swear in. I've seen enough, and I would hope that you all would get that opportunity to see what we've seen.
You were confused by that message. Basically, what he was saying is that if there are indeed some definitive evidence of extraterrestrial life forms outside of our atmosphere, outside of our space, then we need to know about it. Because in knowing this information, it has the stopping power to prevent some of the worldly issues that we're having, like war and the division in politics. If we indeed knew that there was a bigger threat out there than the threat that we have against one another, then we would probably unite for the better cause.
Oh, it's right there. You can't see from my camera. This is the second UFO. All right. Okay. Trevor's gonna see it for the first time.
Wait, it didn't record. Come back.
Mom just saw it and she's freaking out. This one, it looks like the same aircraft, but it has a different design on the light.
Well, when she jumped, the whole thing actually
did it move?
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get a picture. Or do you want to?
No, you go.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can record it.
Let's see what that last one looks like, because there's 3.
It's not moving, and it's not a star because it's pure daylight out here. So,
oh wait, no, that's the 3rd one. That's the closest one. I'm trying to get a picture of it because it's incredible. It looks like a clock in the sky. It's totally a UFO.
In my professional opinion, it is a UFO.
there's nothing else they could
There's
possibly
no
be.
doubt.
There's lights everywhere.
This stuff.
This is serious. It's for real.
I don't believe in this stuff.
I'm very skeptical.
Yeah, Mr. Cameraman. With the steady hands. Oh, it's gone again.
It's right there.
Oh.
Being so much further away now.
Oh, you can see the blinking on my camera.
Oh, really?
Look at my screen.
Can you narrow it down?
Wow. That's incredible. That has to be one of the most believable clips that I have ever seen. The fact that this family was witnessing this thing in the daylight and having a telescope to be able to see it up close, even though they tried to give us that same view from the camera looking into the telescope, I'm pretty sure we still didn't get as good of a look as they were able to see with their own 2 eyes. But from what we could see, there is this round thing in the sky that has these blinking lights going around it that was sitting in one spot. They didn't have to move that thing. And I feel like that could be proof of something. What do y'all think? Whatever this is, it looked like it is actually flying. I don't know, man. That was the most pizza looking aircraft that I've ever seen. And now I want pepperoni pizza. But nonetheless, it at the same time looked real. That looked like actual footage of something hovering in the sky and moving forward.
Hear me out when I say this. There's no aliens in the water. There's no aliens in the ocean. I used to think it was a mistake that they were mislabeling these things that they're seeing. I used to think maybe it was a mistake. Maybe they just don't understand. No, I think now they're just playing in our faces. It's literal demons, okay? All of this is a spiritual thing. Have you guys ever heard of the Marine Kingdom? Yes, the Marine Kingdom. Do your research on the Marine Kingdom. I don't have enough time here to explain to you what the Marine Kingdom is. Just do your own research. Let's also think back to remember when there was a demon-possessed man, and remember the disciples couldn't cast out this demon. This is in the Gospels. The disciples could not cast out this demon. And so they went to Jesus and they said, hey, we cannot cast out this demon, whatever the case may be. Jesus comes to the land and he sees the demon-possessed man. He says, oh, you can't cast out this demon because this demon can only be casted out by prayer and fasting. And so he asked the demon his name. The demons said Legion. His name was Legion, for we are many. It was many demons living inside of him. So when Jesus went to cast out these demons from the man, they begged him to be cast into something. They didn't want to be just disembodied spirits running around. They wanted to be cast into something. He casted them into the pigs. The pigs go and jump in the waters. Obviously, the pigs die, right? So the disembodied spirits roam the waters. Listen to me. If you go outside and you see a creature outside that resembles an animal, let's say it has a cat face, it has bear paws, it has a fox tail, you're going to still label that thing as an animal. You're not going to just switch up you're not going to switch up the entire thing to label it something else. You will only label something that has characteristics of something else. That thing in that habitat, right? So if I go outside and I see a human that has the face of a dog and the belly of a fish, but like it appears to be a human, I'm not going to label that as an animal. I'm not going to even label it as a human. I might label it as something else. Why? Because it has other characteristics. Why wouldn't they just label these things as sea creatures that they haven't discovered? Think about it. Because these things have different characteristics that they don't see in any other sea creatures. Okay? I'm telling y'all, the waters, the reason why they haven't explored, I won't even get into all that. Read the book of Job. The reason why they haven't even explored all of the waters is because there's a limit on how far they can go. As above, so below.
He went on a little tangent there, but actually he said something that I mentioned in yesterday's live stream about there being certain creatures. Remember that little clear thing that they discovered in the ocean that I said looks like a freaking alien? Yeah, what if some of these creatures that they are potentially discovering are indeed actually aliens or extraterrestrials, maybe even of this earth, maybe because they always have been here. But what he mentioned about the demons, I heard a story. A friend of mine told me a story about a person that had a near-death experience, and when they came to, they had all of these premonitions that all ultimately ended up coming true. But they said one thing specifically about aliens. They said not to trust them because they were actually demonic spirits. Remember when they told us to be careful in regards to these potential UFOs in the skies because they could be nothing more than mere projections of lights down from Earth? And here's my theory, and I don't mean to scare y'all, but what if they are indeed about to hide the fact that they're about to release the demons on us? And because most of us don't know what an actual physical alien or a physical demon looks like, who are we to tell the difference? But that's all I got for y'all this evening. Leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. See ya.